Hello and welcome to the tutorial series on how to set up voice chat in your Unity project using the ODIN voice chat solution. In the following video, I'll show you how a single line of code is enough to get you started. We are going to begin from scratch with an empty Unity project. First things first, let's integrate the ODIN plugin. You can download the SDK from the GitHub link in the description. Find the latest release and download the ODIN.Unity package asset. A double click on the .Unity package will start the import process in Unity. Click on Import and wait until Unity is finished doing its thing. Once the import process is done, let's open up the demo scene and take a look at the ODIN manager. This prefab is the centerpiece for setting up ODIN in your project. It allows us to adjust audio capture and playback settings in the editor and contains the ODIN handler script. Let's drop it into our sample scene. Regarding setup, we only really need to care about the access key, which you can generate by clicking Manage Access and Generate Access Key. An access key is used for authentication and allows us to generate room tokens for accessing the ODIN servers. Don't worry about creating an account yet. ODIN allows you to test with up to 25 concurrent users for free. Alright, moving on to doing the hard stuff. Let's create a new folder called Scripts and add a new C# script, which we'll call Join Room. For this basic tutorial, it's enough to call odinhandler.instance.joinRoom in our start method and choose a room name. The ODIN handler is a singleton behavior, which wraps the functionality of the native ODIN SDK for use in Unity. Now you might be wondering, what is a room in ODIN? In ODIN, a room is a virtual space where peers can communicate. Peers are simply the users in the room, and media streams are the audio data sent and received by these users. Okay, we're done with our script. A single line of code is enough to get started with voice chat in your project. Let's add our join room script to a new game object in our scene. We'll do a quick test in play mode and check out our console output. You'll see that we are now connected to a room. Awesome, we're connected. Now let's adjust our capture quality by updating the audio filter settings on our ODIN manager object. We have options to adjust client authentication, capture and playback, but we're actually interested in the room audio processing part. We've got a lot of important filter options here, so let's activate them and leave them at the default values. Check out the docs or the next tutorial videos for more information on the filters. Before we test our setup, you'll want to tweak some project settings for easier testing. In the menu bar, click on Edit, go to Project Settings and select the Player tab on the left. Here, we'll switch to the windowed mode, adjust the resolution to 800 by 600, and most importantly, make sure the microphone usage description is filled out for our Mac users. Press Ctrl+Shift and B to open up the Build menu, click on Add Open Scenes, and then on Build and Run. We'll create a new folder called Builds, and a new folder inside that, which is called Windows. Press Select Folder and wait until the build process is finished. The Windows build will automatically open up and connect to our ODIN room. Let's also quickly activate in-depth logging in the ODIN manager and then go into play mode. Now both our Windows build and the Unity editor are connected as individual peers to our ODIN room. If everything went well, we should see that ODIN has created a new object with a playback component in the scene. This component receives the remote audio and forwards it to an Unity audio source, which then plays the audio inside our application's environment. If you now talk into your default microphone, you should hear an echo of yourself transmitted from the build to the editor. If you don't want to repeatedly create builds for testing, we can use a more convenient method. If we open up app.odin.forplayers.io, we'll see a web version of ODIN. To connect to our Unity app, we'll need to go into Settings and copy the access key from the ODIN manager into the access key field here. We'll of course also need to connect to the same room. If we now switch to play mode in the editor, we can hear and see that another peer has connected to our app without requiring us to create a build. That's it for our basic voice chat setup. In the upcoming tutorials, we'll take a look at features like push-to-talk, proximity voice chat, and custom user data, so make sure to check those out. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more helpful tutorials on ODIN. Have questions or comments? We'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. Until next time, happy developing!